Hi friends, I'm Father Willy Raymond, President of Holy Cross Family Ministries, and I'm delighted to bring an Easter message to you. And it's this: when I was young, my parents would tell me about how they practiced their faith. I would like to share with you a scene that has never left me. It is 1906. 20-year-old Octave and Henrietta, his wife of 2 years, my grandparents, walked the 2 miles of unpaved road from home to Sacred Heart Church in Connor Plantation, Maine. Octave carries their first child astride his neck. Arriving almost 40 minutes early for Sunday Mass, they have a chance to mingle with families, friends, and neighbors, all speaking French. Nearly all are hardworking, hearty farm laborers and woodsmen in company with wives and children. Sunday morning was the one time that most of them got to see each other each week. So they would take delight in joyful reunions. In fact, they lived for Sundays. The Mass is sung entirely in Latin by Father C.J. Marsan, except for the down-home conversational French sermon. Following Mass, the entire extended family travels to my grandparents' farmhouse, not even a mile from the church. Some make the trip on foot, others on horseback, and others in horse-drawn wagons or carriages. A festive banquet is partially prepped and ready for heating. Before Mass, my grandmother, the matriarch Rose Levesque, supervised the early stages of the Sunday dinner. When the family arrives, savory smells emanating from a giant pot roast steeped in a mixture of onions, carrots, browned potatoes, peppers, salt pork fill the house. Before the elders sit down for Sunday dinner, Grandpa George leads the family to pray the Angelus, 1 decade of the Rosary, and Grace in Union. After the meal, there is beautiful music, robust dances, and expectant joy of longer days and warmer air that are welcome blessings after the long winter. These families celebrating Sabbath leisure know the power of Easter joy to strengthen all the ties that bind them to each other and God in faith, hope, and love. Without articulating it, they knew and know that only one activity is capable of broadening the mind, the soul, and the heart to the utmost reaches, the worship of God. St. John Paul II, in his apostolic letter on the celebration of the Lord's Day, Dies Domini, describes this moment of Sunday rest as God's gaze of joyful delight, which God casts upon creation and especially upon man. God's Sabbath gaze points to the nuptial relationship He wishes to establish with us, the creatures made in His image. Here, there is a mutual exchange of love that is occurring between Creator and creature, which is only possible because both have ceased from work in order to gaze on each other in love. John Paul II also writes, "Sharing in the Eucharist is the heart of Sunday, but the duty to keep Sunday holy cannot be reduced to this. In fact, the Lord's Day is lived well if it is marked from beginning to end by grateful and active remembrance of God's saving work." Sunday rest should provide Christians with an opportunity to delight in the gifts of God. This means making every part of Sunday a moment of praise. John Paul II explains, "Every reality, without exception, must be referred back to God. Time and space belong to Him. He is not the God of one day alone, but the God of all the days of humanity." Mass is the source and summit of this celebration, but it continues and flows into the home. That's why understanding the family as domestic church is so important. It is a little church with its own liturgy. Like the liturgy of the Mass, the family liturgy communicates God's life and His love. Where do we start? We schedule family time first. We love and cherish each other. We make time to work, talk, play, and pray together. We show extravagant affection. We welcome Christ into our home and into our relationships, making Him part of our family. If we live in this way, we radiate God's love to each other and to the whole world. This is God's unique and noble call for the family. I invite you to take the risk with your family. Make Sunday a day for God and your family. Rest in His gaze of love and share this gaze with each other. Discover how this will transform your family, answer the longings of your own heart, and lead others to encounter the extravagant love of God. This Easter, join us and let Jesus Christ make all things new for you and your family. Amen.